I always forget to do that. Hello, folks. Welcome to Marital Hate. This is Marital Hate.
I'm Stacy.
I'm Doug.
We're married.
We're married, but we don't hate each other. It's a misnomer. It's supposed to be funny, everybody. So just calm down.
I have been having such a fucking week. Like, I don't even care. But I will say this. I have not had a good week. And I've been a disaster and unable to function and basically sobbing on myself a lot and wanting to give up on life. And you have been incredibly supportive. So I can't marital hate you right now. But maybe later.
Oh, yeah. All right. So here's the you're not a disaster waiting to happen.
I'm a disaster that's already happened.
All right. Well, that's one way to look at it, but I would look at the great things that you do and et cetera, et cetera. So we have a bunch of hate. All right. So we have people that come every night. They're called haters, the master haters, and
the master haters are the cool ass motherfuckers that come night after night, and they're all
the masterest of the master haters is Tracy Marie, and she says hello to my favorite peeps.
I don't know, Hookah Bob's been coming in hot,
and then
lately.
Hookah Bob right on the heels, right there, like just trying to get in there.
Hookah Bob, he recruits people.
He does.
He
brings us Matthew.
Reaches out to radio stations.
He threatens radio stations.
Oh my God.
more than reaching it. No, it was funny today.
Well, because he requested the song
and it was on.
And he was like, dude, I just played like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's like, fine.
Well, I hope that people are requesting and listening because we're hoping to drive.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a dick maneuver to just be like, oh, play my friend's song, but I'm not going to listen to the station. Like,
Indeed.
That's fucked up.
So Hookah says good evening, and Tracy says so fucking laugh, right? Because we made the joke of marital hate, and it's supposed to be funny, so people should fucking laugh. And Tracy says, "Thank you, Doug, for what was I nice to you? I can't remember.
We love all of you guys. Yeah. Like honestly, like if it weren't for you guys, the people that come night after night and comment on the podcast, we would have stopped. Mm. Right now, we don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Doug is not even.
We made. You know what?
Word quit. I have mentioned it about 1,000 times this week. And Doug has been kind of a trooper about it. But I would have stopped if it weren't for you guys, the people that come night after night and support us. Tracy reached out to me today. She was super sweet. She's like, "Hey, these are the best times to post on Instagram." I'm like, "I know, we're doing it already."
So our thing is,
but it was thoughtful.
Is that we may just have run out of things to talk about.
We haven't run out of things to talk about, nor will we ever. But the problem is that if nobody hears of us and we're putting all this effort in and blood, sweat, and tears and making ourselves vulnerable.
Well, maybe we have to go to that Creator Con and get some.
Yeah, because
figure out what the hell we're doing.
$700 for just the tickets, not even.
Let's do a GoFundMe.
I'm not going to ask these people to give us
$700. We're going to get their deadbeat friends, not them. We like them.
We had fucking Muck Sticky tickets. And we didn't get to go to that because I was too sick. Like, even if we had fucking tickets to it, what are the odds that I would actually be able to go? I'm trying not to be a Stacey Downer again, but here we go again. I'm having a fucking bad time. I'm sorry.
So Anna's here.
I have makeup on, so 9 million people are going to be like, "Ew, she's so ugly."
Nobody's saying that.
They're not right now.
So Anne says hello there, and we always say hello, Anne, to one of our these are like the big three right here, I think, of master haters. Hookah Bob says, "You're not a disaster. It is something going on in this week in the air."
I have been thinking that, particularly.
Well, it was supposed to be last week, right, with the moon and stuff, but I think it was delayed.
Well, Sunday was the moon, right? But I don't want to beat this dead horse that I have been beating all week. But we had Muck Sticky tickets. Yeah. Didn't go because I was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Kids come, great, nice time with the kids, and then Sunday comes. And on Saturday comes our anniversary, and I feel like shit. I felt like shit most of the time the kids were here. You guys went and did stuff. I couldn't do it because I didn't feel up to it. So, okay, fine. So we do nothing for our anniversary. Then my birthday comes. We do nothing for that because I'm too sick. And then an entire week, and just as much as there's 1 million people that support the podcast, and they're fucking awesome. Not 1 million. There's about 20. I don't know how many of you are. The comments that people make that are mean really get to me. When they fucking come at you, somebody came at you and was like, "You're a no talent hack and you're old as fuck." Oh. What would you say? Somebody please say that to him just so he can see what it's like. Good. I don't
So,
really know when you say that.
so anyways, Tracy says, yes, yes, listen and request. So that's, oh, yes, 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 listen and request. Yes, 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 listen and request. So it's good. So she thanked me for being nice to you.
I told
Is what
her
she
today,
said.
I was like, Doug's, I would not have gone through this week without Doug. He's been really good. Because sometimes you're really bad. Look, now I have 2 wings on my eyeliner. That's how my week is going.
Well, last night you said a crack whore applied your makeup, and I scolded
Now it's
you
a
about
hashtag.
that. All right, so now she's adamant over there. And Tracy says, never. You will never run out of crazy real life content. Not with you guys
No, and
in the
I
house.
didn't even begin to touch the tip of the iceberg, but now I'm like afraid to be a person.
And I think, you know how you've been feeling down and all and sick and everything.
Mhm.
Well, Mike Nash has a cure for you.
Mike, I have plenty of mushrooms in the other room, although I gave a bunch of them to Steve, so who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna skip over that because if you want to join the show and have a conversation,
Yeah,
come on
like
the
if
show.
you
We'll help
actually
you.
wanted to plug your product, we would let you come on the podcast.
But well,
You're just dropping fucking spam
at this point,
like an asshole.
Tracy says you are gorgeous, and if I was not in love with my wife, I would make you my side chick, and I might actually allow that because I like Tracy and I like you, and you know, it would be more to go around. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but that made me laugh. The side chick thing, or the fact that we talked down about the mushrooms. I don't know. It's you know.
We want everybody.
You know,
to
if you
laugh.
were gonna have a side chick, I would hope that I would. Do I get like an approval process? Is there an approval
If
process?
I got a side chick, it would be one of those super butch lesbian,
which
dudes
is
that
not
fixes
Tracy.
shit.
Tracy's
I want one that fixes shit.
okay. Well, Tracy, I think she can fix stuff. Sorry. I don't know if she can fix the stuff you need fixing.
I want one that fixes things and builds things. And...
So basically, you want a female like handyman. Basically, is what you do. I did.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, I like that.
So is there a term handy woman?
I don't think you
Like there's a handy man, but not a handy.
Handy?
I just exposed one of life's great. Yeah. So she can do some plumbing, and yeah, I'm sure that there's. Does that mean Tracy can lay the pipe? She can
Yeah,
do
she
some
does.
plumbing.
All the lesbians do.
All right. Hey, all good.
They just bring their pipes in varying sizes depending.
Yeah,
on their
they
needs.
have to stock
Think
up
about
or
that
whatever.
though. That's a clear advantage for lesbians. We should do like a side by side comparison: lesbians to dudes.
Like
Lesbians to
But do you?
dudes.
What do you think? Lesbians bring like some monster dong situation
Well, okay, hang on.
into the.
So let's make a generalization about
It's going
lesbians
off
and
the
a
rails, folks.
generalization about dudes.
Yeah.
Lesbians can give you a variety of dick sizes.
Right.
You get with a dude, like, yes, they could use a variety of dick sizes on you, but the reality is most men are threatened by sex toys.
Well, some monster sex toy might be.
I understand that, but like, are you going to be like in the bedroom and this bitch wants some big dick, and you're going to bring out like a 9-inch big black dildo? Not that it has to be black, but they do make like
They make all
big
colors,
ones,
folks.
But the big ones are like, it seems like more often than not, the big ones that they sell are black.
I think it's a little.
Or a lot
I
of
think
sex
it's
toys.
racist.
A lot of sex toys are hot pink or purple.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that all sex toys should be hot pink or purple. I don't think they should be flesh colored. That's creepy.
remember when we went to the sex shop and you could feel the dildo? There was like a little window and it's like feel real, and you could feel the dick in the store. That's not.
Well, I didn't feel.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not
We felt
feel.
it together.
I don't think I did.
We felt it
I don't
together.
remember doing that.
We felt it together.
It was some other guy.
It was not some other guy.
Felt some other guy's
we were
dildo dick.
we were buying a birthday gift for our friend who happens to be some other guy.
Oh, that trip. I was thinking of Provincetown, but I'm trying to remember. I didn't know what half of that stuff was for.
I don't know what half of that stuff is for, and I was there.
and
What do we have?
you know things. Yes, it is. Lesbian is a handy woman, is what it is.
Okay, so
And they have flesh colored.
they come in every
but I don't
color.
think I don't know. I don't think
Dildos come in every
flesh colors.
Okay, but hear me out.
Because it's never actually flesh.
But hear me
It's
out.
like
You have the perfect cock, as far as I'm concerned. It's my favorite one in the whole world. Yeah, no, thank you. I did a lot of exploring. It's my favorite.
yeah, that's it's always nice to think about at night.
I am married to you 11 years. Have I ever like denied you, rejected you in some way, shape,
No,
or
not
form?
that I
Have
know
I
of.
cheated on you?
Well, apparently now you got some side chick.
I don't have a side chick, but my point is that if you're a dude,
But I did approve.
if you're a dude
Yeah.
and your dick is like, I don't know, like your dick is delightful,
Thank you.
often too big for me. But some ladies may want more than you have to offer.
Some ladies might want less.
So, well, there you go. If
I don't
somebody
know.
lady wanted less,
That's me looking on the
and she
bright
was
side.
like, please use the sex toy on me because your dick is too big for me, every man in America would get behind that. But if you were like, so that's too small, I need more, and please use this massive dong to fuck me, well, you can maybe put that in my butt. It's too small for the front, but just right for the back. Maybe that's what you say. By the way, that's a line from Californication.
Yeah, it's very
Love,
good.
so funny.
You want to check Instagram because I'm just like I'm gonna be embarrassed by if anybody's like
There's nobody
my
watching
second grade teacher is on.
Your second grade
watching
teacher is on your Instagram.
No, I don't.
Okay, well there you go. So, but here's my point.
Yeah,
dudes are not gonna like, but a lesbian doesn't give a shit. You could be like, put the whole dog in there, and she's gonna be like, all right. I mean, like, it's not really where I was planning to go, but like,
yeah. So
they're gonna do what it takes.
Yeah.
Whereas a dude will get like an inferiority complex. A lesbian,
but they do
doesn't
actually.
have to worry about
They do have like
erectile dysfunction. 2 for the lesbians.
Very true.
Double wardrobe. 3 for the lesbians.
Less cleanup. 4 for the lesbians.
There could be more cleanup.
Oh, maybe.
Depending on how you do it.
Depends what's going on down there.
Menstruation. You could have
squirty.
You could do.
But still, there could be golden shower stuff going on.
Yeah, but that's the same. Like I think that like yes, you jizz, but we menstruate. So I'm gonna go with that's even.
Sorry, not
Mess
sorry.
is even amount of
Jesus, there's a lot of
versus
cleanup.
Straight dudes. And see, there's a lot of cleanup. Okay, so there's straight dudes. So I'm going. So 2 for the lesbians, double wardrobe.
Yeah.
No inferiority complex. No dick. No erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Men, maybe a little less erratically with the behavior.
I don't know. It just be crazy. And now there's 2 of them in a relationship.
I'm talking about, that's what I'm saying. Men are less erratic with the behavior. That's why I'm giving you the point.
All right. Okay.
The lesbians do not get that point. That's for the men.
All right. We'll take it.
So,
men.
And Tracy says depends on the woman. No, again, everything really does depend on the woman, but by and large, let's face it, bitches be tripping. I've been tripping all week.
Some women like the ladies and the men.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to.
All right. We're good. We're only.
Some like and some men like everybody. Sexuality is a fucking spectrum. Okay, but the straight men.
Yeah.
Societal acceptance. But no, now it's like fuck the straight men. Everybody hates you guys. I'm just saying the lesbians are leading. And again, we go back to the thirst traps on the internet, and the thirst traps. The lesbians are winning on the thirst traps.
Men even like watching lesbian porn.
I'm telling you. I'm just saying, if you're a straight single man in this world, make yourself a lesbian friend. You might be able to learn a thing or two. We do have, and then Tracy says because Becky has more a personality more like Doug, and I'm definitely more like Stacy. You should see.
I'm sorry.
About that.
I'm sorry about your personality.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I know you're kidding, but joking with me today, maybe not the way to go.
This is my job.
Speaking of joking with me.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The Ohio Supreme Court.
Can we just put every kind of governing situation on like
this one is
like
hilarious.
A pause. Just put them on a pause.
This is actually
just for a day.
This is actually hilarious.
All right.
The Ohio Supreme Court, and I haven't read the full ruling. I just glimpsed on it. I just read the fucking highlights, but it's going crazy because both the hashtag boneless and Ohio Supreme Court are trending. You wouldn't think those two would be related. Now, would you? Boneless. An Ohio Supreme Court has ruled that boneless chicken wings can contain bones.
That needed to go to the Supreme Court.
Somebody had a case.
All right.
Somebody had a case, and I guess they choked on a chicken wing.
Yeah.
Or like a boneless wing, and it had a wing in it or whatever. And the Ohio Supreme Court ruled that boneless
They
wings can have
ruled in
wings.
favor of the company that
I don't know that that's
makes chicken.
I don't know that
Oh.
that's the entire case, but that's what I'm familiar with of it.
That is shit not for Supreme Court. That's shit for like Judge Judy or like that Steve Harvey court show.
I don't know
like,
what to tell you.
you know, I could just fucking decide this shit.
Well,
I'd be
an
better off.
Ohio Supreme Court has decided.
The world has gone crazy whack funky is what it's like my oatmeal lumpy.
Oh my god. I just saw something that I don't even know where it came. Every once in a while something pops up on TV. Louis KC, which is I guess the comedian who's gotten him. So apparently Stephen King has
AIDS.
I don't know which one's the response and which one's
Stephen King.
Yeah, but which one said it and which one responded?
I believe that Stephen King said it and Elon responded. That's why.
So Stephen King said, Twitter. Sorry, Elon, you bought it. You're stuck with it. And Elon said it hurts our feelings when you dead name. Dead naming is apparently what you do. Like if you call somebody who is trans and they change their gender and you call them their old name, it's dead naming. It's that person is now dead.
Okay, yeah.
And it was actually funny because, well, not really funny, but Elon has a son who transitioned and apparently like during COVID and he like signed some paperwork and he explained dead naming. He was recently interviewed about it and how that felt for him and his concerns, of course, for his kid. I did not watch the whole interview. I saw part of it. I cannot imagine it's easy for a parent when their child transitions.
I would miss the old kid.
Well, there's the thing. I don't think it's easy for a parent that when their child transitions. I do know some people that have been through this, and all of these parents have done everything they could to support their children despite their own grieving process. And I think like one of the things, and it's actually funny because we had a viewer at one point who I don't think watches the podcast anymore, but we had a viewer at one point who had written into the show and told me about how she had a trans child and her child just like completely rejected. Like she was completely supportive and her child completely rejected her, stopped speaking to her. Like it was a whole thing. And first of all, I want families to be together if that's even remotely possible. But I think like when you're a young person, you're going through so much. All the hormones. I'm going through so much, and I'm fucking 48.
God
like
damn it.
Hormones ablaze. Trying to find your way in the world, and the world has gone fucking crazy. I can't even find my fucking way in the world, and I'm 48. And then to start, changing your gender on top of all of that, like that's got to be a lot for the kid, obviously. And that's a terrible time for every kid in the world, much less kids that are transitioning. And then of course for the parents, and it's like, I think if you're an 18-year-old kid who's transitioning, or hell, there's ones that are younger and there's one slightly older that are transitioning, with all you're going through, it may be hard to realize how hard it is for your parents.
Yeah. I don't. But when you're going through that, it's such a big deal to you. Like, well, even if it like you're an addict or something, right? You don't really think, it's like collateral damage. I don't think they really think about that, right?
I think that, well, when you're an addict, like, right, you're like, when you're in that place of addiction, you're automatically like thinking of yourself. But in a lot of ways, like the whole point of most of the sober programs is personal accountability. But again, when we're talking about somebody who's going through something as, major as changing their gender, like that in itself is a fucking shit show. It's just a fucking lot. And then of course, just being a kid. But like, again, like I think that, I think it's important for people to have also compassion for anybody who's going to this. And of course, their families who are mourning the loss of the person that they're losing. And like, there's no, like, it's not harmful to a trans person for you to express support to their family for for the morning that they're going through. So it's just something to think about. And by the way, we don't give a fuck what you do with your body as long as your brain is fully developed and you make your own decisions. You want to do some fucking heroin too? Go for it. Knock yourself the fuck out. You're an adult with full brain development. Before that, I don't know that I recommend it, but I don't know that I would recommend it ever.
Catch up on some of these.
You do you.
Comments. So we went from like lesbian sex toys and things like that right into boneless chicken.
And back.
And Tracy's like, she's laughing her ass on wow, these kids would have not survived in the 80s. She says that's how it'll lead into the topic. And then she said those kids would not, the boneless chicken kids would not have survived in the 80s.
Nope.
There's your new song talking about
yeah, but it's starting to sound like We Didn't Start the Fire, which has already been recently remade.
That's right, with new things. Hookah says it just goes to show that facts don't matter. It's whether your case has any meat to it.
And what kind of lawyer you have. And we've seen that. Anytime you go to court, you realize it's all about your fucking lawyer.
He said meat to it. It's a meat thing. And Ann would like to say Elon is against it and referenced it's killing his kid. I think he meant killed, not what he was and not the physical.
No, so I did catch part of it. And what he was talking about was dead naming. So now that the kid is changed their name and is transitioning, that kid no longer exists.
Right. And that's
I do believe he's against it. And if my adult child who has full brain development made a decision, I would tell them that I didn't want them. I don't want anybody putting hormones in their body.
How do you make a hormone? You don't pay her.
But I lost my train of thought. But
hormones, you don't want people.
I don't want anybody putting hormones in their body. So like I wouldn't be down with that. But I know at least 2 of our kids, probably all 6, got the COVID jab, and I don't agree with that either.
They're probably on the pill.
They're fucking adults and probably on the pill and all kinds of other craziness.
So as a kid, Tracy never considered what her parents were feeling, even when she was coming out. I don't think it's not their responsibility, but I think when either somebody does come out and the parents don't like it, or if the kid transitions and the parents are having a fit over it, I don't know where that. I don't think the kid has any responsibility for.
I don't think the kid is
for anything but the kid.
Well, first of all, I think that but it's just it's not saying that the kid has responsibility of the parents. It's saying that the parents have feelings and their feelings are valid. I mean, I'm sure when here's the thing for us. When of course, Doug's son Nolan is an openly gay and proud man, and we are so proud of him and love him so much. When he came to us, we were like, yeah, we know you're gay. Like, it wasn't like a shocker or anything like that. But imagine if we were like, oh, this is, your son, and you had this idea as to what that was going to look like, and that you were going to have a daughter-in-law, and that one day they get married and I would have a stepdaughter-in-law. Like, if you had this vision for your kid their entire lives, even if you are completely in support of the gay community, as we are, even if you don't give a shit who your kid fucks, because like, who does? It's just this idea of what's not in your life anymore.
Right. Well, I went through that with having a special needs son, right?
Yeah.
And I actually had a good friend of mine when I, told him what was going on. He's like, oh crap. And I'm like, what's the matter? And he's like, well, you'll like never throw the ball with your son. And it's like that is not crossing my mind at that moment, because I'm not ruling it out. Right. I'm never going to rule that, like that kind of thing. And it was just kind of the thing that like certain people have a certain path for their life, right? They have everything worked out. You get married, you have your kids, you like catch in the yard or whatever. But I'm telling you, having a special needs son took me on a completely different path that was probably like certainly more meaningful in many ways, and taught me so many things, about life and perseverance, and being like tolerant and things of that nature. So like, there's so many people. What I'm trying to say is there's so many people that have a certain way that they think their life is going to go, like you were saying, and when it doesn't go that way, they kind of don't know how to how to handle it.
Well, I would argue that it's not necessarily a binary thing, right? So like you are like, and because we come from the struggle, like we both grew up with nothing, like you like can adjust to any situation
Yeah,
because of that, right? And
I think that's where it comes from, right?
absolutely.
And I also think it comes from being like just like a person that's like humble and grateful for the things you have.
Maybe,
and that probably comes
but
from
you
the
can
struggle.
also
Yeah,
be humble and grateful for the things that you have and still have an idea as to what your life was like. Like, you know, you're more of a type B person. I'm a fucking lunatic planner. Like I have everything I want like all mapped out. So for somebody like me, an adjustment like that might be harder than it is for you, and good for you. But that doesn't mean that you're a better person than someone else. It just means that you have an easier time with that. But my point is that when you found out your son was autistic, like for you, it was an adjustment and you were thinking about him and how that was going to affect him and stuff. But that doesn't mean that there's this great analogy that I'm going to share with you. Having a special needs child is like, you got your bags packed, going on vacation, you're going to France. Yay, France. You're going to go to the Eiffel Tower. You're going to go to the Louvre. You're going to piss off some French people. You're expecting them to be rude. You got your little travel book. You've practiced your French, and the plane lands in fucking Holland. And now you just have to adjust to the fact that you live in Holland, and that's okay.
Yeah,
it's Holland's a great place.
They got good artwork there.
But if you planned every detail, of your trip to France, you're gonna have a moment where you're like, "Oh, we're in Holland." And
I think the big thing is when you get it in your head that like Holland's not as good and it never will be as good, and then you have harbor this.
But that's all about the attitude you bring to it, and that's just like everything else in life. And your attitude that you brought to it was, oh, okay, well, we're in Holland. Yeah, let's adjust. And some people are like, fuck, I had my heart set on going to France. And that's okay too, because their feelings are valid, even if we may not understand them. You know, and they have their feelings for a reason. I think like, I think that it's like we get into this compassion contest. It's like this person deserves compassion more than that person,
right?
And vice versa.
Right.
It's like
that's true.
Everyone deserves compassion. Everyone at every minute of every day deserves compassion, because you don't know what the fuck they're going through.
That's right.
Y'all, like I talked about what I've been going through this week. I have not adequately described it, and I know a lot of you are going through different things. By the way, everybody, please continue to keep Hookah Bob in your prayers. He's waiting on labs. Tracy's in pain every fucking day. She doesn't have surgery till the 3rd. I imagine Anne has shit going on in her life. And all the fucking people watching over on TikTok, they got their own fucking shit going on. Everybody's got their own fucking shit. Yeah. So what we have to do is have compassion for them. Because when you have compassion for other people, it comes back to you.
Well, I think that's the thing, right? So if the parents freaking out over their kid transitioning, that seems to me sort of a lack of compassion, right?
But again, just because their kid is transitioning doesn't mean they are not entitled to their own feelings about it.
Sure, they can feel however they want about it.
So that's what I'm saying, but they may not know how to deal with those feelings. I mean, this is a man who struggles to know what to do with his feelings, as do 99% of men in America.
I'm all good.
Really?
Yeah. I rub some dirt on it. I move on.
Men who yell do not know how to manage their emotions.
Especially when it's a last-minute football game loss.
By the way, the Bills are back at minicamp.
Yeah, minicamp. Well, actually, it's not even minicamp. It's actually training camp now. St. John Fisher College.
Can I just tell you something?
Yes.
If we had like gobs of money, I would probably just like go somewhere like on vacation for the entirety of football season, just so I wouldn't have to hear about it.
If we had gobs of money, I would be at St. John Fisher College. I see these kids like getting Josh's autograph. And I'm like, oh, I wish I was like a little kid getting Josh's autograph.
Y'all know what we're about to get into. Let's see the comments and see what we've got going on.
I think we're nice. She liked the Hookah Bob's joke about the meat.
Okay, but there was a nice Hookah Bob about the meat joke.
Mm.
And then, we're trying to conceive. I had to weigh in the risks of the hormones over the risks of having a baby. Yeah.
Mm.
And Tracy said they are valid feelings, but when my own mother asked me to take down my Facebook, I say, fuck you.
Yeah. I'm supportive.
It's actually funny. I have a friend right now who's going through something similar, and they're kind of waiting out the grandparents to die. like because the
Yeah.
one grandparent
All
did
right,
not
all right,
handle it
all right. Yeah,
particularly
yeah,
well.
okay.
But the person that's going through this was like a part of the discussion. So like I can understand like being like, okay, like I can't understand take it off your Facebook. I could understand sitting down with you and saying, you know, thank you for telling me. That must have been so hard for you. I saw that it's on your Facebook. Would you mind taking it down for now until I have, you know, till we have time to tell the family? I wouldn't want people to find out on the internet such important news or something like that. But to say take it off your Facebook, like that probably wasn't cool. She probably didn't handle it terribly well. But I mean, like, again, I'm trying to be compassionate for everybody and understand why would she say that? Knowing what I know specifically about your specific situation, I tend to think it was just fucking awful. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't like a temporary situation. Maybe it was like I'm horrified. Who knows? Fuck.
I'm horrified.
But I support you, and you, if you want to put that you're gay on my wall, you can do that. You want to put on the Meryl hate page? We'll just tell everybody. Tracy and Bex are the OG lesbians. They were rocking out the donut bumping since before it was socially acceptable to do so.
Hang on, I have
widely socially acceptable.
Clarification point,
Yes.
if I may. Donut bumping,
yes,
and scissoring are essentially the same thing.
Yes.
We've established that.
No, these are not things anybody does. But
okay, all right. Just to be clear.
But if I don't pick on them,
yeah,
it means I don't like them. So I have to pick on them a little bit.
Well,
and Hookah Bob says it's a man thing. We don't ask for directions either. Yeah. So this is my fear. Do you want to hear my fear? Doug's gonna we'll give you directions there. Although some women are just too lazy or shy to do it, that they're just like, oh, just get it over with. I'm like left a quarter of an inch up or whatever it is. I'm very, very annoying. As you can tell, you watched the pod. But in any case, I have this mental picture of you going on tour, me, you, Hookah Bob, George, and Paul or Ringo, whoever decides to come. And that I end up being the mom of all of you. I end up being the one to ask all the questions, do all the directions, make sure everybody wipes their asses, brushes their teeth, and eats healthy. And Hookah Bob, you can have fried food, just fry it in butter.
At home.
No, he can fry it in butter.
Is butter better than
deep frying in fucking rancid high fructose corn syrup?
I don't
Absolutely.
know if Hookah Bob's a deep fry. I know he smokes a lot of brisket and stuff.
He enjoys fried food when he goes out in public, like fried clams, for example. Which, by the way,
fried clams are good.
But he's trying to be healthier. And Trey says the Olympics are starting tonight, and tomorrow is the opening ceremonies. Can I tell you today, I was making a reference. I think I was talking to Christina, my little friend Christina, called me this morning. Shout out to Christina. Nice. Christina, Tracy, and Zach all reached out to me today. Thank you to all of you. I know I've been a grouchy McGroucherson. I apologize to Christina. She's like, no, you weren't. And I'm like, yes, I was. But she's like, but that's what friends are for. And I'm like, yes, and you're a very good friend. He is fucking awesome. Tracy, fucking awesome. Zach, fucking awesome. All of you guys, fucking awesome. But I was saying that because, I was telling her about how when we do the hashtags for the podcast, like lately it's just been like president shot, election fraud, White House, Liberty Bell vandalized, whatever kind of fucking nonsense it is. It's been a lot, and death. And so it's been a lot. And I was saying that I think that what we need to do is get a big bundle of sage and run it through the country like the Olympic torch.
That is very funny.
I feel like that's what we need to do. Does anybody know anybody at the Olympics? I know somebody who's playing for the Puerto Rican Olympics. I don't know if she has any say on what gets put in the Olympic torch, but Olympic torch bearers.
I don't even know where the Olympics is. Is it in
Paris? It's the summer.
Is it Paris? I don't know where it is.
Put some
sage.
Yeah. Some sage.
It out. I am a big fan of the Olympics. I love the oddball sport. Like the platform diving.
They added breakdancing and I think
cornhole,
kayaking maybe. Or something.
Kayaking's been in for a while. But the I love the oddball sports. Like one day I watched water polo one day and I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like it was so cool. But I love the oddball stuff in winter time, like the ski jumping.
I think I would like water polo.
Ski jumping is amazing, and the bobsled. I watched anything on a bobsled course. I love it.
By the way, if you have not watched it yet, I definitely it's not really an Olympic movie, but Molly's Game It's based on a true story. This girl was an Olympic skier, like the kind.
That's called slalom, folks.
And I guess
it makes a noise.
And, she began hosting poker games.
Oh, yeah, this is that one. Yeah.
Quite a good story. And she was a former Olympian from a family of Olympians. And boy, did those kids work hard. And I do like watching them. But we're going to have to circle back to the Olympics because we got comments. Becky's grandparents were better at accepting me and Beck than my own mom didn't. I'm sorry, sweetie. Well, she's going to have to accept it now. She lives 10 feet away.
Here's the thing. Beck is a catch.
Well, so is Trace.
Trace is she's a little out there. We know her history.
That's why I like her. Well, I would say that, you just never know how people are going to react and why they react the way they do. And it's not cool if people make you feel like shit, but it's easier for you to forgive them for being shitty if you have compassion for them and understand that they're just fucking idiots sometimes. Sometimes people are just fucking idiots. Or sometimes they're just miserable themselves.
Sometimes they're temporary fucking idiots too.
That's true.
Right?
And sometimes people are miserable human beings. And that's, you just have to, not for them, but for yourself, lean into forgiveness. And you can forgive someone and set a boundary. So the boundaries, I think, are the part that we all have a hard time with, because without boundaries, we get our feelings hurt.
Well,
so
especially when you're like your mom and
stuff.
It's like, you don't want to have boundaries. Like you shouldn't have to have, like that kind of thing. So that's where it gets.
You shouldn't, but let's face it, a lot of the place where most people need boundaries are with their immediate family first. And if they had appropriate boundaries with their immediate family, they wouldn't have those problems their entire lives with boundaries.
So then Tracy goes on to say, but I didn't post anything on Facebook, but I also understand my mom just doesn't know how to communicate, period.
Right. I mean, and especially as an adult now, right? I think at this point you have a pretty clear picture of who your mom is and maybe why she is that way. And then, and by the way, good, bad, or indifferent. And by the way, that's true for everybody watching this, who their mom is, who Doug's mom's dead. So except maybe Doug, but I understand.
That's how old I am.
I understand that both of my parents, who, I send love to every day. I understand why they are who they are. My mom was 15 when she got pregnant with me. My dad was 17 when I was conceived. My mom had 2 other kids and was never married. My dad was married to my dad for 6 months. That's a whole thing. And my dad was raised in a broken home with alcoholism. My mom had some abuse outside of the home. And some mental health issues. And my dad has substance abuse issues. These are things that these people have that have made them who they are and unable to give me the love that I deserved as a kid. They just couldn't. And so it makes it easier for me to not I don't know, take it personally. And because it wasn't about me, unfortunately. So, but that didn't help me as a kid, and it didn't keep me from being fucked up like I am now.
That in Catholic school. Tracy says, "Oh my God, I'm with a kitten, and she hears the birds in the background, and she's looking all over my phone to see where the noise is coming from."
That's amazing.
That's called instincts, people. And Cindy Bennett is here saying,
girl,
hey, Raj. That was from What's Happening. You guys are all too young to watch What's Happening.
Yeah, I think I've watched it a couple times.
Really?
Reruns.
Oh, it's so good. The daughter D.
For some reason, I think my mom didn't want me to watch that. No, wait, that wasn't with JJ Dynamite. That was Good Times.
No, that was Good Times.
I watched Good Times all the time.
I think it was a little later than Good Times.
Okay, can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
All right. So
didn't Janet Jackson get raped in Good Times? Maybe that's why she didn't watch it.
Oh, I have no idea about that.
I don't know.
I know that I don't know what happened to Janet Jackson on Good Times. I don't even want to Google that. But so when I get baked, I get excited
Curious
about other cultures.
Yes.
And when I go on TikTok, there's a lot of videos telling me that I'm Black.
Right. Yeah. You ended up in a group or something, I think.
Well, no, you end up
algorithm.
on Black Talk, right? So
Okay.
I'm on little person TikTok. I'm on Black person TikTok.
Good company
I'm on
right
fishing.
there. Sure.
I'm on a lot of TikToks. I'm on fishing TikTok.
Oh.
I'm on maximalism TikTok. I'm on toddler mom TikTok. I don't know how. I'm on lesbian TikTok. I'm all over lesbian
How
TikTok.
come I'm not on that?
Well, marital hate is on all of these TikToks because of things that were interesting.
Yeah.
We have a lot of videos about the gays. And I don't know how, we do have some videos about the Black community that's gone out, but there's all these videos where people talk about what your life is like. If you're so the one this morning that I watched. It was this woman is going to they're like white mom, and it's like a mom going to the movie theater, and she's up to the counter with her Louis bag, and she's buying the kids every snack and pop like 5 popcorns, 5 snacks, 5 sodas. Get your seats. And then you go get your seat, and your mom sits there with her Diet Coke and Valium. And that the black families allegedly, so it's like the black mom, and it's in the theater, and she's reaching into her dress and pulling all the snacks out of her bag.
Yeah,
I am
been there, done that.
I am the queen of sneaking shit into the movie theater. Would you like to tell them?
She snuck the large tub that was on the bottom row shelf at Target.
My sweater.
Yeah.
So we could bring it into the movie theater. And also, one time I got into a fight with an usher about cheesecake.
I thought you brought Chipotle.
No,
it was
I have brought Chipotle before, but this was cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. And he's like, "You're gonna have to put that in your car." And I'm like, "We Ubered over here. I don't have a car." And then I go, "Noelle, can you go to the car and get my sweatshirt?" So it actually wasn't Noelle. I think it was me, Zach, and Pam.
I know it was some oddball thing. Tracy says this one time at the movie theater.
Ooh, I want to hear more about that.
No, that's she's just making.
Oh my God, we fooled around in so many movie theaters.
Probably.
What do you do when you?
I'm not proud. I'm not proud. I'm not gonna make you stop.
Oh, you never.
I don't know.
You ever popped off in the movie theater?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
What do we do with it?
I have no idea.
Popcorn.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Deal with that? Speaking, I was gonna bring this point up, but now you kind of ruined it. But like,
what's that? I don't know how
I will bring my own food. I will bring my own bunch of crunch. I'll bring my own nips of get the
but
slush,
he wants
whatever.
the slushy.
I love movie theater popcorn.
Oh, the popcorn, but you also like the slush.
I do love the slush, but it took me years because I worked at a movie theater and you could eat as much popcorn as you could. I couldn't eat it for probably 10, 15 years after that.
Now we buy Flavacol, which is like the movie theater chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
Ingredients. Cancer.
Well, it was funny. She said, "Oh, there's 8 kinds of cancer in that." And then what'd she do? Like the next week, buys me a giant thing.
Well, you wanted it. So if you have your occasional cancer popcorn, it's okay.
Now I want popcorn.
Well, you can have it. So, yeah. So, have you fooled around in the movie theater?
Probably.
What's the furthest you've gone in the movie theater?
You know they have.
What's the furthest we've gone?
You know they have cameras that can see through the dark in every theater now.
I don't. I'm trying to think of what we've done in the movie theater.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it.
I know I've done this to you.
There's certain private things that you keep to yourself.
Hookah Bob says I have a movie theater popcorn machine.
Well, a lot of goods. It's doing me 3.5 hours awake, Bob. A lot of good.
Want some Flavacol for it?
I'll give you some. I'll hook you up. You hooked up some
Flavacol. You give us treats. We give you treats.
I believe it's pronounced Flavacol. I think. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So now that I want to see that movie Fly Me to the Moon about the fake moon landing because it looks hysterical and Sam Cooke music is in it. It's playing right now. But like, when are we going?
We never leave the house. We used to go. Remember when we used to go once a month? That was good.
We always go every week.
We're always trying to find ways. Like this is this something Stacy can do? And so going to the movies was one of those things. We used to go to breakfast with the kids. We would try to go to a store afterwards, and
sometimes that would work. Sometimes it didn't work.
Sometimes I'd have diarrhea in the Hobby Lobby because of the hollandaise sauce at what's the name of that place?
Strawberry Fair.
Strawberry Fair, and what's the one across the way, the Mexican place?
Oh, Sister Mother Anna, not Mother Anna's. What is it called? It's a lady's name.
It was a place in the hollandaise gave me diarrhea, so I had to go to the bathroom at the Hobby Lobby. But I like diarrhea, so if you want to make some marginal, freaking shitty ass hollandaise sauce and it makes me shit myself. Right. Please do.
So go to Marquee Movie Theater off Del Prado by Hobby Lobby. You get a 3-foot bag that's absolutely huge of movie theater popcorn for $12. I go every 2 weeks and buy a big ass bag and snack on it all. Publix has it too.
So bad for you. And you can buy the Flavacol on Amazon.
You know what I'll do? You come over once a week, I'll make it a giant bag of popcorn with my Flavacol because then I still never use it. Cindy says just ask for the to-go bag of popcorn. Your
diet.
I don't know which. That was probably the movie theater. We've only gone to the movies once since we've been here. We went to see the Barbie movie, and I think it was over Del Prado. So I'm not.
I will say this. Everybody's entitled to the occasional treat, but if you're dealing with daily health issues,
Cindy Bennett,
Maybe we should try a different snack.
So speaking of snacking, Matthew's here, and he made it, and he's worn out. I say I refer to him as a snack because his apparently his penis is snack size.
Oh,
That's
I'm
the way-
gonna
that's
actually
the way it
Matt
came.
missed part of the show. We're gonna have to loop back onto for a
what-
minute. And Hookah Bob, you're getting a little sloppy with your off the rails camera because we were off the rails really early in the show. Cindy says, but it's so good.
It is good.
Extra butter.
No, but you don't even need the butter.
Is
It's
shitting
not actually
yourself
butter.
good? Is feeling like crap all the time good? You make your choice.
'Cause it-
I will say, since I cut out gluten and peanuts, I haven't had hives.
Yes, you have.
Not as much. I
Yeah,
had
not
them like
as much.
I
When
had
you
them,
had
like,
that salad
twice.
at Twisted Fork. You
I had a
that.
salad twisted fork, which may have had gluten in it because it didn't specify no gluten.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I had a bug bite one day, and that was hives. But other than that, it's been pretty good with the hives. And Cindy says, I've been traveling this month. I haven't been pooping. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And I couldn't even tell you when I shit last. Yeah,
Oh.
well, because diarrhea and constipation are the
travel?
same.
And travel.
And in
is-
neither case are you getting the nutrients you need into your bloodstream. So yeah.
you should go for an IV.
I would
just making
fucking
shit up
love
now.
to
I
be able
don't
to
know
go
what the
for an
hell
IV and a
I'm talking
colonic. That
about.
would make me so
Colonic.
happy.
Pina
so
colonic.
We do have some hashtags.
Actually also have we didn't miss our dad joke last night, so I do have an extra bonus dad joke that forwarded itself to today.
Okay, go ahead.
This one's pretty funny, but it's a typographic one. I lost 25% of my roof last night. Oof. That's a good joke. And this one, I used to be a personal trainer, and then I gave my 2-week notice with an EAK. That's 2 week, but 25% of the roof. Oof.
You need to
That's
send that
a
to Nick.
very
Williams.
good joke.
You need to send that to Nick Williams.
And I sent
Roof Easy, by the way, they were giving away AKs with your purchase of a roof. AKs and turkeys. I don't know if it gets any better than that, or more Florida than that, for that matter.
so Tracy's laughing.
Well, I'm glad you're laughing.
Yeah, well, that's good. So, all right. So you had hashed Haggery
Just a little bit.
of Mick Jaggery.
Yeah. So Jennifer Aniston is trending because she went after JD Vance, who had talked about cat ladies running the government. She said, "I hope your daughter doesn't ever have to go through IVF, which you're trying to take away from women." Which I haven't seen any evidence that he is. I don't know why Jennifer Aniston is picking a fight with JD Vance. I haven't seen any evidence that he's looking to remove IVF.
I did hear something about that.
You heard something about
Something that he was like just against all like any intervention or something. I don't quote me on it. I don't know where I saw it, but it was a few days ago. But I did hear something about JD Vance.
So
and
I
being
saw the opposite. So
Okay.
again, who
there you
who
go.
the fuck knows? But my point is, don't bring somebody's fucking kids up. Like, just don't.
No.
And the problem is that why are we looking at the fact that like I'm glad that we have IVF because a lot of couples have been able to have children because of IVF, but why aren't we looking at why people need IVF? Why aren't we looking
Because
at
then you have to expose
pharmaceutical companies,
farming,
in,
food supply.
yeah, every part of it, and that's what we need to be
Groundwater.
doing because there's microplastics in everything. There's so much estrogen in our food and our water, and it's really causing so much fucking problems. So I would argue that like rather than worrying about I don't want us as a society to be focused on the IVF. I want us to be focused on the health. I want us to be focused on healing people and healing our planet and healing our environment. You know, it's all fine and dandy to have fucking electric fucking cars, but which, you know, are fucking powered by fucking fossil fuels because people plug in them in their fucking house, but neither here nor there. Let's focus on, I don't know, polluting our environment because the fucking city of Cape Coral fucking flies by every fucking week with goddamn mosquito spray. What about bats? Like, you think bats couldn't live in Florida? Bats would have the time of their lives in Florida.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised we don't have more bats. Like bats the size
Because
of
they
humans.
fucking spray. They fuck up the whole ecosystem when they spray. And don't get me wrong, I've been to places like Everglades City where the fucking mosquitoes swarm your ass at night. But bats. There's other ways that do not involve spraying chemicals into our environment.
Well,
every
somebody's
day
got to
with
keep
no
the
regard.
bats under control.
I don't think we have to keep the bats under
I
control.
don't think anything eats a bat.
Lots
there's
of things eat bats.
What eats a bat?
Alligators.
That would have to be a really unlucky bat.
Well, first of all the birds down here are like pterodactyls. They'll eat anything.
Yeah, but they're not going to eat a bat.
They'll eat a bat. They'll eat other birds.
Bats freak everybody out.
Bats do not freak everybody out. Bats
What's
have
this
few predators because they're active at night and dusk, and they feed in midair. However, some animals eat bats, including birds of prey, like owls, hawks, falcons, bat hawks.
What is a bat hawk? I
don't know.
I need to look at that.
Raccoons, foxes, house cats, opossums are known to eat bats. Reptiles, snakes, including rat snakes, crocodiles, can eat bats. Crocodiles often lie in wait for bats to drink from rivers, lakes, and ponds and hunt for insects in the water.
And
I'm telling
Ozzy
you,
Osbourne.
Florida needs bats.
Yeah,
Need
all right,
fucking
okay.
bats.
I want to look up bat.
And also, celebrities, please stay out of politics. I already have to listen to politics people talking about politics.
Oh.
I'm trying to less politics. Thank you.
A bat
Unless-
hawk is from New Zealand, New Guinea, this way. Look at this badass right here. Oh yeah, he looks like like a regular hawk dressed as Batman. So that's pretty cool. We love bat. I love bats. You kidding? All right, so we got to go back up here. Matthew says estrogen caused his disopherment, which may be his micropenis. He says, I hear musicians eat bats, which is true because Ozzy Osbourne. Courtney's here. She says, hey, friends. If I can get this to stop moving. Hey, friends. Alexander Griffith is here. Actually, the Republicans as a whole are against IVF contraceptives and support fetal personhood. Project 2025 lays it all out. Bats are cute. Do we know Alex? Alexander? I think you might be a first timer, Alex.
No,
welcome to the shit show.
I think I would not necessarily. Sorry. I will say so on paper. By the way, thank you. We're glad you're here. And even if we disagree sometimes, that's okay because we disagree all the time.
I'm okay.
So the Republicans as a whole are against IVF. So I think Christian conservatives, some of them maybe, but I also know I am what you would call a libertarian. Like I'm super like blue socially and red fiscally. But I'm personally opposed to abortion because of my experience. My mom used to tell me like on a daily that she had an abortion. I think I'm like useful.
I see abortion and IVF as a completely different.
I do as well.
Items.
I do as well. But I think that this idea of like, I think this idea that like either side has, and by the way, like Doug's like a Democrat, like he'll tell you I'm a Democrat.
Woke ass.
That I think that people get ideas as to what other people think. Like what do far right conservatives like or moderate conservative?
But
like there's a lot within there, right? Like saying that actually the Republicans, like I don't know any Republicans. I personally don't know any, and I know a lot. I don't know any that are opposed to IVF. I do not. So it would be hard for me to say that. There may be things outlined in Project 2025. I'd read parts of it. But from what I know of that's not speaking for all Republicans
certainly
either. Doesn't speak for all of us. But like that's the thing. Like nobody speaks for all of us. And it would be like me saying that like Doug thinks that children should be able to change their gender in school because some Democrats believe that. And he doesn't. I don't believe he thinks that.
You know what? I'm taking a case by case basis.
Really? You think anyone who doesn't have full brain development should be able to change their gender?
You know what? If it's a case by case basis, I don't think the schools should be involved. I think the parents should be involved, and I don't think the school should be involved. So there you go.
You should run for office because you like to duck and dive around questions, and because you kind of like went in and out on that. I don't know if you noticed it. You were like, but here.
Maybe I will run for office. I don't know.
That would go well for you. So comments.
All right. So thank you for your comment, Alex.
And there'll be other people here that'll not agree with you or agree with you.
So speaking of bats are cute. Bats are really cool and very smart. Bats are amazing. And Courtney has bat houses.
Smart girl.
Yeah, you got to have them. Cindy says, bats don't freak me out. I lived in the woods on a mountain all my life. been around
I
plenty of
should
bats. Yeah,
probably-
they're so cool.
With hair like mine, I should probably be afraid of bats and birds
Yeah.
and like really anything that could land in there. The fucking spider webs out here. Like
Oh my
my
God,
hair
these
isn't a
spiders.
bun. I'm like over 6 feet tall. And like, yeah. I
When-
don't like it.
When I first got here, and if a spider web touched me, I was like, oh my God, this poison spider is gonna get me. But we know
They're orb
they're-
weavers.
they're
But like
not
I
very-
don't want to have a little orb weaver party in my hair. That would not be
I don't
fun.
want it in my ear. Is all I want. So Courtney says at night we have 200 bats flying around in our yard.
So
That's
so get little yellow tennis balls, like the glowy, like super bright ones, or the green ones, like super bright. The brighter the better. Take the kids outside and have them throw the tennis balls up in the air, and the bats will circle them.
yeah,
It's really fun.
We actually used to take my grandmother had a semicircular gravel driveway, and we used to go out in the middle of it and grab gravel off the thing and throw it up and watch the bats come down after it.
Just do tennis balls.
I think
It's
I think
nicer.
PETA might not like that, but whatever.
Plus, you can throw them
So-
to the dog.
So Courtney says, yeah, definitely send us videos. I would love to see that. Bats, not bars. Alex says, this is my second time. Oh,
Oh, welcome back.
I don't think. Did you speak last time, Alex, or
He
did you?
may have. I'm sorry.
Or
it's
were you
just-
clandestine? Normally we remember
Yeah,
people, but
yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a lot.
I
We're
would-
almost. Do you know tomorr's our 300th episode?
300.
Like, how crazy is
yeah,
that?
yeah. And then Courtney says, hi, Alex, hi, please don't speak for all Republicans. No, he wasn't speaking for them. He
well,
was,
and here she goes.
he was yeah.
Love you though, Alex.
Yeah, I love you.
So I think
See,
she's just
everybody
making
loves
the same
each other.
point I'm.
Yeah.
And Courtney says I am not a Republican, but I know a few, and they don't all think that way. And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
says,
that's
"All
for
right,
sure.
yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
again, it's like, like we get this. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's like any other stereotype, right? Like, I'm a white lady with dreadlocks. I probably smoke weed. Oh wait, I do. So like,
Oops.
you know, like oopsie.
Alex did speak. I can't believe we don't remember.
It's not. I
should remember
remember
these
there
things.
being a few random people here and there, but like,
Are you calling
honest-
him random?
Well, like people that didn't come
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
Like,
no, no.
most people come.
We're lucky to have
Like
him back.
it's actually
good.
really funny. Like I have people like Platty. I keep meaning to reach out to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I'm worried about him. He hasn't been here in a while. Like people like little Tommy Milmore. Like where's
Yeah, yeah.
Tom been? Where's Derek been? Like when people come all the time, like we worry about them.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's
Alex
funny.
either-
It does become like a little family.
Alex hasn't really given us a reason to worry yet because he hasn't been here consistently. But I hope that one day we can worry about.
But he's
you.
back, and that's important. So it's,
And we're
he's
glad
here,
you're here.
and he goes, everyone really is random. That's for sure.
Right.
And Alex says, I was watching on YouTube, not Facebook.
Well, you can
So,
comment. on
oh,
YouTube.
so maybe you had a different name.
So you can actually comment. No, I remember.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming
same
back
name?
to me.
All right.
You can comment on YouTube or Facebook, but it just like depends where you are that night. And it's funny because we can actually go live on TikTok, but every time we do it, we get put in jail because Mama got a potty mouth.
So, all right, Alex, I'm going to call you Alex. I hope that's okay. But
We're glad you're here.
we give everybody nicknames. So for the time being, until we get to really know you, you're going to be IBF.
You know?
I know because that's how
Okay,
we're going to
idea,
remember him.
Alex. That's
So-
the way to
so-
go. Welcome back.
And Courtney says, well, welcome, Alex. We love to fuck with all sides in a very loving way.
Sure.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my God, I called Tracy and her wife donut bumpers earlier. Which I'm
Peach
pretty sure is
bumpers,
like a
donut
hate crime if you don't.
And
like,
then I had
know
to
we're
explain
kidding.
that apparently lesbians don't actually scissor or bump the donut. So it's kind of a misnomer. So, and it's, yeah, got off. Got off.
So, Dr. Ben Carson was on Tucker. By the way, both Tucker Carlson and Rogan have been on fire with their interviews lately. Just really interesting ones. But
Alex said it's okay as long as we don't call him late for dinner. But boom,
that's
boom.
right. Well, I'm going to tell you this quote, and I thought it was really interesting. So Ben Carson was on. Tucker Carlson, and they were having a conversation, and apparently a quote that came out of Ben Carson, I think it was in that interview, or it was a Ben Carson quote anyway. It says, "If it's not a human being, then why are you harvesting organs from it?"
Well, I think that's a little bit of a generalization. I don't believe they harvest organs. I believe they harvest cells. I don't know what the fuck they do with those cells, but I think that's how I understand it.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Because the internet never lies. Let's
Well,
look
I'm
it up.
going to go through ChatGPT because ChatGPT. I mean, listen, it's. I will tell you that if you anything I have ever looked up on ChatGPT from the perspective of like a if it had a political spin,
Yeah.
or if it had like they always lean
zero it
liberal,
in.
they lean left
Oh.
a lot, like hard.
Wrong,
and I
Doug.
can't
So
even-
wrong. They use all the parts. I know, but they I think they take cells from. They don't take like the organs and
No,
make like a
they're-
kidney out of it.
yeah.
I'll watch. Cindy's like, I'll watch rerun later. I'm gonna funk tonight. Go listen to my audiobook and do some hooking. We love you, Cindy. Hope you feel better. Hope you shit. This is how we get along with our people. We're concerned about their shitting.
So I don't know, but I know that it was supposedly yes. So this is the answer from ChatGPT. Are organs harvested from aborted fetus? Yes, organs and tissues from aborted fetuses are sometimes used for scientific research and medical purposes. The practice is highly regulated and controversial. Researchers may use trial tissue to study developmental biology, investigate the causes and potential treatments for various diseases, and for other scientific and medicinal purposes. The use of fetal tissue for research often requires consent from the woman undergoing the abortion, and there are ethical guidelines and legal regulations in place to govern how the tissue is obtained and used. The topic remains a subject of ethical debate, balancing the potential medical benefits against moral and ethical considerations. As a matter of fact, there was a big issue with Kamala Harris in California. I don't remember specifically what it was, but it was around this topic. Let me just see. Do we have any comments?
Courtney says, "Can I join you in the opposite corner?" And then she says, "But it isn't a human being yet. Sorry, I don't agree." That's fine.
Okay, so it's just, and this is just, information. Kamala Harris, as a public figure and politician, has been involved in the broader political debate surrounding the use of fetal tissue research. Here are some key points related to her involvement. When she was Attorney General of California, her office launched an investigation into the Center for Medical Progress, an anti-abortion group that released undercover videos purporting to show Planned Parenthood officials discussing the sale of fetal tissue, which is illegal at the time. They were illegally profiting from the sale of fetal tissue, a claim that Planned Parenthood and its supporters denied, stating that any fees charged were for legal reimbursement of costs. But again, there was a video released about it. So the controversy was that Harris went after the people that videotaped as opposed to the people that were illegally selling body parts. Her actions as Attorney General were praised by pro-choice advocates who viewed the CMP videos as misleading and part of the broader attack on reproductive rights. Conversely, pro-life groups criticized her investigation, arguing that it was politically motivated and aimed at protecting Planned Parenthood. And then the third point is, as a U.S. Senator and later Vice President, Harris has continued to support pro-choice policies and has opposed legislative efforts to restrict abortion rights and fetal tissue research. So there you go. Now you know. You learned something. Let's go back to dick jokes, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
What do we have here? So we have a comment.
Courtney says they sell that shit out the back door, and still too.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. But listen, I just you got to do what you got to do. ABBA, Swedish band, sing an ABBA song.
What? Dancing Queen, dig it, Dancing Queen.
That's just the title of the song twice. that's
I said dig it.
Young and sweet, only 17.
On the tambourine. Oh, yeah. Mamma mia. Would you go again?
Would you drive your Volvo if you had to listen to ABBA the entire time?
Maybe, because ABBA is righteous. And one of the thrills of my life, and it was only about a month ago, that I made a comment on Facebook, and one of the two men in ABBA had responded to it. So there you go. Courtney says she's been texting every day. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, everybody.
I can't imagine the amount of requests they're getting for the song, but I still don't know if it's enough. So let's keep pounding.
Yeah,
like,
please.
Make them wish I was never born.
Oh, by the way.
Speaking of abortions.
By the way.
Sorry, that just kind of went south in a hurry.
By the way, so if we want to put up the number again, it's 234-314-4104.
239.
239-314-4104. And just text them. And also, you can go to the vault 847. I think Doug's still number 3. And
yeah. There's these two bands are the band that leapfrog our friends before Arcadia.
At least it's not.
And so then they leapfrogged them back, and before Arcadia said, "Hey, while you're there, throw our good friend from Southwest Florida, Doug, a vote." So I started out with like 19 votes. Now I have 195 votes at last count. And so I'm still in third, but these guys are duking it out. They have like over 1,000 votes, 1,500 votes, something like that. So it's amazing. So yeah, but my sights are set on Matt, your smiles like the sun.
So I just texted Matt. I said, Matt, your smiles like the sun. Maybe everyone should tell Matt that his smiles like the sun tonight because he got the day off yesterday. I'm hoping he's feeling better.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my shit if I get number one on that station because it was like the fact that they played me was a big deal. And then the next week I was like number 9. I'm like, oh wow. And you guys have just been off the chain supportive, and I can't even believe it. I can't even. And it's funny because a lot of my like closer friends and things like that, they're just nice, but you know, they don't get it.
Well, you're currently up to 202.
202, and then
so
I'm behind by 1,220 votes.
Well, but we could do it. So here's the vault. We are behind by 1,200, but and he's been on the countdown at US 41 for quite some time.
Well, it's been when I originally got like the thing, I think weeks. It was late May. And
was Father's Day the day it debuted?
Oh, maybe it was
the week before Father's Day.
Week before Father's Day in June. And I was new and hot, right? New and hot in town, right? So they play it. And then
the next week it's on the countdown.
Then I don't even know if we had I don't even remember if we had people call in until it was on the countdown. And then it was on the countdown and we're like, we let the hounds out. So we went from 9 to 7, right? To 8 to 7 to 7 to 5 to 4. So now we're at 4. So we gotta drive that thing up there.
We gotta get there.
I would just be like, it's kind of like a bucket list, right? Like even if, I'm happy where it is now, but it's like if we can get that thing to number 1, it would just
I would be really fucking
insane.
Happy. So what else we have going on?
I think that's it. I think
Courtney said, the Vault 847.
You can do it
there, and you do it on every browser you have. So say you're Stacy and you have a MacBook and you have Chrome and you have Safari downloaded. You go to Chrome, you go to Vault 847 like such, and you vote. You go to Safari and you do the same thing. Then you take your phone and you do the same thing, and then you take your iPad and you do the same thing.
And then you call your husband and have him do it the same thing.
Yeah, and then you go outside and your mailman's walking by and you're like, dude, can I see your phone?
And then you go to the Apple store and go on each computer. But that's how. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So, anyways, it's
Maybe we should just start doing that, hanging out in the Apple store.
Let's go to the Apple store tomorrow. I want to vote. I want to do that. That would be amazing.
We'll get kicked out of especially that Apple store. They have fucking security there, like armed security.
No, because they don't know. We're just
across the street
shopping
from a fucking Tommy Bahama and a Lily Pulitzer. Like what? People are gonna like. Like it's just.
No. You can email from different emails. What we're saying for the vault countdown is different. You just have to do it. It puts a cookie in your browser for 24 hours, so you can only do it once.
We can just clear the cookie and reload, and clear the cookie and reload if we wanted to be assholes. Everybody else has money for paid advertisements. So here it is. This is on the Vault 847.
Look at me, number 3.
And you just hit this little uppity arrow right there, but I can't hit it because
because it's grayed out.
But also,
that's okay, Courtney. You're doing your damage elsewhere.
Here's my thing. Before Arcadia told their friends to vote for us, which gave us a little boost, and I appreciate that. Before Arcadia, I can't tell you guys to vote for Before Arcadia on this, but I will tell you to listen to them, buy their music, download them on Spotify. Like that's all good shit. You just need to tell them how to make it so people can buy your song because everybody else.
I don't know how to. I think there's a thing when you put it in there. It's like, will you let them stream it or sell it or whatever? And I didn't want them selling it because I thought they were going to sell it and take the money. And so, but I mean, I might as well. Find
out what the deal is with it. Reach out to them and find out what the deal is. I just show you? I think I just showed it, right? So it's the thevault.com. And you scroll
down to the chart at the bottom
So it's Play It Loud. You see at the top, and you get down to right. Oh, sorry. One more time for the slow kids.
This one's just fun.
Name Stacy. So you
get to click and
Play It Loud.
Yeah, keep going down. Boom, chart.
You get to see your number. You hit the little plussy.
There's like a green up arrow there. You hit that, and it gives me a vote.
But if you've already voted for him, then you have to go to a different browser, and you might have to clear your cookies and do it all night long.
So the other way you vote, and this is the thing: if you hear the song on the air, you hit the heart, and like.
Are they playing it on the air though?
Supposedly. Hey, I'm number goddamn 3. They better be playing my ass.
Your ass.
But the thing is, I don't know if they're playing the unedited version.
How can they possibly play with your ass when you have no ass?
Look at 206. Just like that. Courtney did it. Everybody else, look at that.
Hookah Bob, probably Tracy, if I had to guess. Yeah, it's going up.
Keep hope alive.
Thank you, everybody. Oh, Nolan was here for a brief second.
Yeah.
He left.
From parts unknown.
He's up in vacation. He's in a vacation. Are we up to date on the comments?
We are.
And
Courtney did it, so she's
so
good.
Apparently Jordan Peterson was on Rogan again today. I did not get to see the episode yet, but Jordan, what you don't like? Jordan
That guy's
Peterson?
voice goes through me like a knife.
What about him as a person?
I don't know who died and left him boss of everything. Like, is he like? I don't know. He just like he's got the whole fucking world figured out, and he's gonna tell you about it.
Well, he's like very well until recently was a very well regarded psychologist. Now he's like a slightly in a New York Times bestseller. Like he's paid to go speak.
Right?
Well,
No,
we know,
I
so-
get it, but it's like just stop talking. But here's the thing: he never. All right, here's.
I'm sorry. We talk for 2 hours
Right.
every fucking
But
night.
but here's the thing: there's two of us, right? So you talk, I talk,
I do
whatever.
the majority
We
of the
read comments.
talking.
But
I could
here's
just talk
here's the problem with some of these.
incessantly my entire life, every minute of the day, asleep or awake. In fact, I do.
A lot.
my point.
These people like Jordan Peterson, that other guy that has that rubbery, silly putty face. I don't know his name.
That other guy
That
who has a rubbery, silly.
yeah,
face.
that guy. And
No, who?
they never
is the
stop.
guy-
They
wait.
just talk and talk
Who
and talk.
is the guy with the rubbery, silly putty face?
I don't know. You watch him sometimes. Silly putty face. That's name some self-help gurus like that. Or
Self-help guru.
yeah, like this. These
Tony
guys.
Robbins.
No, lower, shorter,
Shorter than
Yeah.
Tony Robbins. Someone
and silly
shorter.
puttier.
Someone shorter than Tony Robbins. Tim Ferriss.
Nope. Older, kind of like a quasi, like thinks he's like a medium.
Wayne Dwyer.
Oh, it might be. No, that's. I don't
Wayne
think
Dwyer.
so. Hang on, we gotta get this.
Oh my God. So Doug wants people who get paid to speak.
Is it Wayne Dyer?
Yes, that's what I said.
No, that's not him. He doesn't have a silly.
Okay, but this is silly putty face. Self-help gurus with silly. Ladies and gentlemen, please name all the self-help gurus that you
I'm gonna
know
find him.
that have silly putty faces, so that we might be able to help Doug. He's googling silly putty face people. But if it's someone who is a self-help guru,
Yeah, with a silly buddy.
and
face.
they're on a talk show, what the fuck? do
No.
you want them to
But
do,
we
sit
watch
there
his
and
like
beat
YouTube
off?
videos and stuff.
Yes.
And like he's like, well, the narcissistic mind, and then it's like a butterfly flaps its wings, and you can't catch up with it. That you don't get a minute
Well,
to
Russell
let
Brand,
it.
you don't like that about Russell Brand.
Oh my
You
God.
hate Russell Brand.
Well, no, I don't hate
But
him.
all the people
It's-
that you don't like talk fast and constantly. You see where this could be a problem? You realize you're married. You know you're married to me, right?
Yeah, but
Okay, on our first date,
yeah,
what happened at the fourth?
I
hole?
told you to be quiet because I was trying to impress you.
So it was very clear from the beginning that you weren't going to be able to get a word in edgewise, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So
This guy, this fucking silly putty motherfucker. Who's this guy?
Eckhart Tolle.
Eckhart Tolle. All right, I'm going to bring him up because I want to show you what a silly
Is that
putty.
Yeah. Oh, Joe just said.
Oh.
Joe back.
All right, I got to show you this guy's face, but look at this fucking silly putty motherfucker. And if this guy doesn't look like he has a silly putty face, I'll
Might wanna make that-
retract that. And then we're gonna go in a bat with a cave, and then he's gonna not be able to flap. And then so your feelings from childhood are like the bat, where you would have not been able to flap your wings in a flapping order. God damn it, this fucking silly putty motherfucker! Shut up.
So you're not interested in listening to these?
I would love to listen to these people, and there's certain people that I like to listen to, right? That makes sense, that take a fucking breath, and that speak fucking English. And that's not I'll listen to another language, right? I don't care. It's not just about that. But
Talking about
speak
the
plain
verbiage that
English.
they
Yeah,
use.
speak verbiage that you can understand, because that is
But it's just interesting that your wife, who talks constantly
Yeah.
and never takes a breath,
Yeah.
you're basically describing me, and you sound like all the people that can't stand me. So maybe you should go hang out with them.
Let me smell your hair.
It smells like feet,
It does not smell like feet.
and I look like Courtney Love, and I have no class.
So Courtney says, I'm a bully, right? Did he trigger you, Douglas? No, I just the thing is like he's got some great things to say, but oh my God, just enough.
You made the Donovan kid cry.
Enough.
You
People.
made the kid cry.
Just give me one
You
bit of
made
information
a little boy
and
cry
be happy
Halloween.
with that.
I'm just saying, maybe you should have some compassion for him.
For the guy.
Yes.
Oh, maybe he's got some sort of
Maybe
diarrhea
that's
of the
just
mouth.
the way he talks, and it's not nice for people.
Well, it wasn't nice of me to call him silly putty, man, but that's the best I could come up with. And maybe silly putty motherfucker was. I was just trying to be funny. No, he didn't, and he's trying to help people, and I support that. But you got to let people. I see in my business, right? You have to craft things in the way people can digest them easily. It's like a teacher with a child needs to access the curriculum. Nobody's accessing this fucking motor mouth's curriculum because he's like, and of course the guy that's interviewing him there is like, oh, yep, Mr. Putty. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. I don't have anything against him. I just the way he's.
Did you get a reply back to your email today?
Which email?
About the check.
I never emailed about the check because I was doing other things.
Okay.
I have to email about a check.
Yeah, but like it should have been mailed already.
Yeah, it should be.
You shouldn't have started work before, and that's on you for starting.
Yeah.
Did he trigger you, Douglas?
Yeah,
yes,
maybe
Douglas
a little.
Is very
I don't know.
Easily triggered.
Like certain things bug you.
So anyway, Jordan Peterson was on Rogan and today, and quite controversial as he is. And the Rogan has recently talked a fair amount, but not a ton, because if he said anything that was even remotely controversial, they would have had they'd have him all over the news. Joe Rogan spreads conspiracy theories. They'd have the motherfucker arrested. And interestingly, I've only caught pieces of it, but basically there was a guy on CBS News that just came straight out and was like, the government tried to kill President Trump. And I caught like a clip of it, not the whole thing. But I don't like at this. But
that
point,
could have been just him. Like he was introing a story, and it could have just been him.
Who the fuck knows? All I know is that it's kind of hard to get mad at Rogan with the things that are happening in the world right now. Remember during COVID, Rogan takes horse dewormer, and
hey, he can take whatever the hell he wants.
Joe Rogan was spreading misinformation, and Joe Rogan, everybody wanted off with his head, and like he was getting fucking death threats. The guy's getting fucking and like, listen, go after Joe Rogan, see what fucking happens. Why don't you fuck around and find out? I guarantee you that house is a fucking fortress, and I know he's armed in fucking.
It's like Waco, I
don't know if it's quite Waco, but and it's funny because he had one of his friends on the other day. I want to say it was Ari Shafir, but Ari Shafir, I forget his name, but Ari, the tall guy who's been quite controversial as a stand-up, was talking about how he didn't have he didn't drive and like different things, and I think it was Ari. And Rogan's like, no, if the shit hits the fan, you come stay with us. Oh, that was so nice. And that's like, I would love to be like in that position, like that I could like have that all set up for our friends. Some of you more than others. If you have a skill, Hookah Bob smokes meat. So Hookah Bob is in. Tracy, well, she eats pussy. And in case Doug dies, she's in. Bring Becky, because, she does the nursing. Courtney, she does the growing and she
sunning
makes extra
of the butthole.
People. Plus, if we get extra thirsty, she's still lactating. We just, thank you, Courtney. Thank you. And
our human dairy. I'm sorry, Courtney. This is just, you know what? You're rearing children. You should not be watching this. You should not be influenced by this nonsense.
It's going to go to her next unborn child. So also the Lions. We have new comments, or is this
no? That's the same trigger warning when I talked about silly putty guy.
The Detroit Lions are trending. #Lions.
Yeah, no idea why.
Apparently, the Lions coach is currently doing a commercial with Hulk Hogan. May or may not be for President Trump. May be for some other thing. I don't know. But they were together. And that the Lions are quite controversial at the moment. Not as controversial as the Buffalo Bills, because they have not won a Super Bowl in a long time. So how is training camp going so far for your little friends?
It looks like it's going pretty good. Some of the new draftees that they got are looking pretty ready to play, which is very good. So, and the general manager defended Josh Allen. Some unknown anonymous football executive said that Josh Allen was overrated, and Brandon Bean is the GM. He's like, you know what? First of all, if you're gonna say stuff like that, put your name behind it and things like that. So it was
What about
pretty
Billy
interesting.
Bean? Is he related to him?
He's not. I don't believe he is
Billy
related to Billy Bean.
Billy Bean was the coach of the amazing Oakland A's that changed baseball forever. They tried to recruit him to the Red Sox, and the Red Sox then copied his strategy and went on to beat the Yankees. Bloody sock, the whole Michigas. Curse of the Bambino is gone.
It's done.
Why haven't we beaten them since? Arizona.
We've won 4 champions since then.
Oh, okay.
Championship.
Canceled is hashtag canceled is trending.
Canceled.
Yes. Meaning like people can get canceled. And by the way,
Mhm.
it's possible that we're going to get canceled.
We might
one of these
cancel
days.
ourselves.
Sometimes I feel like we're canceled. So tomorrow night is our 300th episode. We have one very special surprise for you. Doug's very excited about
I
it.
don't know what it is.
Yes, you do.
I honestly don't know what it is. Oh yeah.
We have a surprise for you.
It's
and-
actually pretty funny.
And we're going to play Jackbox, and we're going to ask we're going to ask very briefly for some interactive fun, because we just want to ask you guys some questions about the podcast, what we're doing. And
I would like everybody to bring their favorite memory.
if you
of-
could bring
of,
if you guys could all bring a friend, that would be the fucking coolest thing ever.
But
We
they
brought
have Courtney's brought many friends. Hookah Bob's brought many friends.
Courtney's friends are off having their own fucking drama together
Oh.
again.
That's no good.
They'll
But
be
yeah,
here
yeah.
Friday.
So and Cindy brings her husband. That's bring a friend.
That's true.
Yeah.
But bring another friend, because if we all brought like 2 friends,
I don't have that many friends
oh
because
my god,
I'm mean.
if you brought 2 friends,
Yeah.
let's all bring 2 friends.
Well, Tracy is technically from me, right?
No, it's a new friend,
Oh.
not somebody. It's not
All right.
not making the. I can't even. I'm gonna cry. The goal is to grow the podcast.
Yes. Okay. All right.
If I spend every minute of my life doing everything I can to get people to watch this podcast.
Well, every friend.
That's not true, and you haven't even asked everybody to watch the podcast. You didn't even send out like a mass invite on your Facebook. You were like, oh, I don't want this person. to
Yeah,
watch.
there's
I don't
some
want that person. To watch. You're like,
yeah.
I want people to watch the podcast. So like we're like if like I don't know what we're gonna do with it. We still have hashtags to do, and I hate to beat this horse, but we've been putting our blood, sweat, and tears into it. It's costing us a ton of money, and I'm making myself vulnerable to a public that is really fucking mean. And so I love you guys. And maybe what we do is just go to like Patreon and have everybody like,
Now maybe
pay
maybe we make
$10
a
a
make a
month
commune out of it. I missed this comment that Tracy got slapped in the face with a pain spell, and I'm going to take a hot shower and listen from there. So she's
I'm sorry,
she's all
sweetie.
naked and hot and soapy
Ooh.
listening to this stuff.
But I do worry that we're gonna get canceled for something we say, and it's like, then where's all your work go? Like we're like,
Yeah.
and like we were doing really good, then I got sick, and all of our progress stopped, and I tried really hard this week, and I haven't even been posting. I have nothing in me. I am just giving up on life. So if you have some advice for me, let me know. Arizona iced tea is trending.
Why is that?
Somebody had to get 99 likes to get out of work that day, and so people supported them with their letting them out of work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And they've been selling that for 99 cents since they started
Mm.
selling it, like probably early 90s, I think, was when that came out.
Yeah, so they
Same
said they
can,
never changed
same
the price.
everything.
And listen, I don't know what it costs for a can, but if a can costs 5 cents and a tea bag costs 5 cents and water costs 5 cents, it's 15 cents. You're still making 85 cents.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the cost of shipping.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 cents
I
per
haven't
can.
had
Labor, 5 cents per can. You're still making 75 cents. And you're dealing in
You're still doing
volume.
all right. I haven't had it in a long time, but when it came out, my favorite was the tropical variety. I don't know why it tasted so good. It
I
was
liked the
really good.
peach.
Peach tea.
No, wait, no,
peach tea is
Arizona.
always
I
good.
never drank Arizona.
Really?
Because I didn't like that you couldn't reseal the top.
Oh yeah. But Snapple is crazy sugar.
Mhm.
I used to love Snapple peach. I probably couldn't drink it now. It's just
I used to drink so much fucking Snapple and Nantucket nectars and clear. Oh my god, I
Oh.
drank my weight.
You know what I used to drink after I had my my blood pressure hospitalization and I had to go and I went off caffeine and everything. I ended up drinking vitamin water.
I used to drink
And
vitamin
it's-
water a lot.
Yeah,
I love
loved
that
it.
shit
Yeah,
so
I love it.
bad
It's like
for you.
Kool-Aid.
So bad for
anyway.
you. I used to let my kids have it too. Okay, so there's this guy Soulja Boy, and I was gonna.
Soulja Boy, sure.
So he's like this rapper, and so apparently he like just went ballistic on this chick who like said some shit about him, and I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. Like, I wish I could be like Soulja Boy, because if I could like I was really upset by that idiot's comments on TikTok for whatever fucking reason. It just really fucking got to me. And you know, like sometimes like a comment is stupid, but like if it hits you just right.
Right. Well, there's certain things people can say to me that like that will just instantly boom make me, you know,
it's something
snap.
about what they said that triggers you. Like, you know, like President Trump missed that shot. I took the kill shot to the head, because I'm telling you, my birthday fucking sucked. And then that fucking it was the last thing I fucking needed. But so he just tells this fucking, he just goes like ape shit about this chick talking about him. And I don't know if I have it here, but he's like, you're ugly and you don't have enough hair on your head. And like, it was just this whole fucking rant. I don't know where. Oh, here it is. Right. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna message it to you. Oh, I can share it from here, right?
I think so. I might have to shut my volume off so it doesn't.
No, that's not it. Can you close your
Close my what?
You have a window you're showing. That's...
Oh, sorry. That?
That's all I'm. And then sometimes people say,
Can you guys hear that?
Sometimes I'll be on Xbox Live and they're like, oh my God, it's the real Soulja Boy. They don't believe me. I got my Xbox camera. Got that Xbox camera. I get right here.
That's not the video.
Oh, that's not it.
That is not the
is
video.
That him? I don't know if
that's him, but that's not the video.
Okay.
The video was like, you whack ass bitch. She was going ape shit. And I fucking loved it. Let me see.
If you can't find it, we'll bring it tomorrow, because it's some good stuff.
Well, I may never find it again. All right. Well, all right. What do we have for other hashtags? Well, I'm looking for the Soulja Boy video. And I don't even know who that guy is. Oh, Search GPT. So apparently, they recently polled people and asked who's using Google anymore or who's using GPT to search. And of course, I'm finding that ChatGPT is a much better way, or you can use Grook, or you can use the one through Canva. Like, there's a million AIs out there, but they're definitely better than the traditional searches at finding the information you need. And I would argue that the Google AI sucks. But I use ChatGPT for Google searches all the time. Like, for example, we were just sitting here talking about what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, Kamala Harris and IVF and all and all that craziness. And you know, I was able to quickly get an answer, right? Like, if I had just Googled it, I would have gotten like every article ever written about Kamala Harris, and most of it would probably be relevant to the current election, because they're going to go with the thing that's got the most hits, or whoever's paid them the most money, depending on how you look at it. I cannot find that video. Oh, he seems to have a lot of videos. God damn it. And I thought I had saved it, but apparently not.
Well,
he was just going off on this fucking bitch. She was like, and I'm not saying she was a bitch. She might be a lovely lady.
Well, you don't know the ins and out of it, but everybody loves a good tirade. That's what they love.
Yeah. Well, that's why I almost came outside and went on a tirade today. Because I figured that if I did,
then you get it out of your system. And
no,
then
I figured people might like that.
Would unclog.
Because people do like my tirades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot find the Soulja Boy. Is this the one we're talking about? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Hang on. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Here it comes, folks.
Nigga, I really was in the streets. Nigga, you ain't even from it on. Think I'm finna let a pussy ass nigga from Britain nigga talk to me crazy, nigga. You lame as fuck, nigga. I will smoke you, nigga. Fuck you talking about, or what? Or I will swear, you don't know the fuck you talking to, nigga. I smoke your pussy ass, bitch. Got me fucked up, nigga.
I don't know if you're supposed to say that so much.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like
Mr. Boy.
Lame ass nigga. You was a bitch, nigga, on my mama, nigga.
That was that.
That's like a record for the most times I've ever heard the N-word in a
Yeah.
single day. and I listen
Well,
to
since
a
Straight
lot.
Outta Compton, sure.
By the way, I listen to a large amount of gangster rap,
We
like
do.
a
We
lot.
love it. That's
I
some
love
good
that shit.
stuff.
So also Passenger Princess is trending.
I don't know what that is.
You are a passenger princess.
Oh, because you like to drive and I just ride.
you sit in the passenger seat
Well,
and you get
it's-
your snacks.
you know what?
And you get to take your little naps and you
Ever
watch,
since Tupac's made it cool to be in the passenger seat.
maybe you watch some football games.
Yeah, maybe I.
You know, when
have a
asked to
snack.
give directions, you don't.
You know what?
You're over there giving yourself.
Sometimes I put ducks on other vehicles. Thank you very much.
You do that. We were actually big drive-by duckers. Like we'll do it in traffic, and we offered somebody one on Cape Coral Parkway
And he was like,
recently,
no.
and he was like, and we were like, "Oh, fuck you!" I can't even look at.
But he
someone
was
who doesn't
was
wanna duck.
encouraging of a fella named Brandon though. He said he had a big sign. Let's go,
Yeah.
Brandon! Right on his
There's actually a hilarious TikTok trending right now about all these people that like made to sell "Let's Go Brandon" merch.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought it was going
Oh,
to be
right,
him
right,
versus
yeah, yeah.
Biden. That they have a lot of
They
merch
have a
for Brandon.
leftover. Sure.
I'm suggesting that that if you have a kid that's about to graduate and his name is Brandon, you all get "Let's Go Brandon" t-shirts.
Get it cheap.
You get them for
Pennies on
fucking
the dollar.
cheap money. And you might not want to do that in Massachusetts, but
right. And Hookah Bob says, don't forget that Doug jumps out and picks up water that has been yeeted out of the car.
that's true. Do you know that it was water, a case of water, a case of Epsom salt, and almost a case of clearly
Almost
Canadian?
yeah, in glass bottles. So that would
that would have been bad.
that would not would have been good. But
So,
where it happened,
but
it was
I-
like yeah.
But like I would just like to state for the record that like it was a precarious load to begin with, but I just totally forgot it was back there. And I must have taken that fucking corner at
Yeah.
35. I mean, like I'm
Yeah.
surprised I didn't flip the Jeep. Of course shit went
You know how
flying
they
out
have the
back.
handles like on the Jeep and stuff? I use those. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I actually had one handle that was like well overused. I finally had to throw it out because people like literally ripped it from yanking on it. But I think people are using it to pull themselves into the
Maybe.
Jeep.
I never do.
It's so funny too. I have a story
Um,
about that. Somebody was getting in another Jeep and they kept like leaving a mess behind and they were pulling on this.
Oh yeah.
And I never told them because I was kind of hoping they fell on their ass one day.
Rip.
Person. That Juggalo whoop,
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 whoop.
we love the Juggalos because they show each other their buttholes and they're ninjas and they're family. And you can be too.
All right.
Natural health. Well, that's kind of my jam. We are not swingers. We actually are on. Come to find out. Okay, so I was talking to Mel today.
Oh right. Yeah,
Mel. By the way,
yeah.
Mystical Mel on TikTok.
Mystical
Give her a
Mel
follow.
TikTok.
Give her a follow. We discussed this today on TikTok. She was saying that how the center where
Yep.
we go to church, as it were,
Yep.
is known as the swinger church.
No, it's not.
Yes. And so somebody posted one day that they were polyamorous.
Yeah.
And they posted that they were poly and somebody said go to the Center for Spiritual Living and
Okay.
I don't know if it came from there, if it was before that or
I'm
whatever.
trying to think. I don't think there are any like a lot of couples there. Like really, if you think about it.
Couple, but not
Yeah,
like
it's just like
I mean
individuals.
it's we were one of the few couples. But apparently you have been quite the hit with the ladies. I was told that their panties exploded.
When I showed up on the scene,
That panties exploded when Doug Gear was in his house.
it
One.
sounds gross.
Two, and
to
that
be
they
honest
get,
with you,
but they get all excited about anybody under 60. So
I am still under 60
she might have said 70. I'm not really sure.
or 70.
And so I will say that we are living in a crazy world. Anything can happen. And
Exploding
listen, it
panties.
just goes to show that the Center for Spiritual Living accepts all people, even
Even the
swingers.
swings.
And it's funny because I have to explain to people like we're not swingers, but we do have a profile on a swingers website, which is hilarious. Actually, I should be upset that we don't have any messages.
Yeah.
Google
The
Bob
fuck,
says, "Don't
people?
forget Doug jumps
Yeah.
out and picks up water." Oh yeah, we already read that
Yeah,
one.
we
Sorry,
covered
I'm
that.
baked. So it's 9:34.
9:34.
We're like doing better than we have been. Although
I don't have any more dad jokes.
thank
Uh.
God. I will say thank you for everybody who's been engaging with the stuff on the wall. There's a few things that like we're not sure if we should continue. So if you could like take a peek at those, because we're gonna try to decide which ones are worth the work and which
Yeah.
ones are not.
Because we always
So,
put like what we missed last night, and I don't know if anybody looks at
no
them.
one ever likes
yeah.
those. We make these little thumbnails every night. The weather ones, like basically, the celebrity endorsements, the US 41 radios. Like the more you guys like, comment, and share.
Because it takes a lot of
the
effort
more
to
it
do
helps
that,
us.
as you guys know, and if nobody's like really noticing them or liking them, then
Yeah, well, we're
you know,
putting a lot of work in for no reason.
we can
but
put a lot less work
again,
into
that's
them.
just kind of our thing. Is like, are we putting too much work into the podcast
Yeah.
at this point? Like, should we even be doing it? Like, what are we doing with our lives?
Yeah.
You know, like if everybody like shared once a day their favorite thing every day, that you know, we'd probably pick up at least a new viewer from each person that watches the pod.
Yeah, because
And then if everybody did it, and it would help us, but I think it would help. I don't know. I think that what we do helps people, and I think it makes the world a better place in its own fucked up way. And I think we have a great little community. So I don't know. I feel like I don't want, like, I'm not saying like go to door like Jehovah's Witnesses, although I wouldn't complain if you did that. But I'm saying that, like, you know, maybe invite people to go to church with you, right? Like, you know how like people will be like, oh, would you like to come to that church? Well, you know, come here.
Huga says sometimes Facebook doesn't show him stuff for days. Like sometimes like it gets stuck in there. Yeah, like it's weird.
Yeah, that's one of the things I have trouble with, because I try really hard to support the people that we love and know as much as I can, but I hate when people tag at everyone unless it's like a
that happens
thing.
on my
Unless it's like
my
something
music
super
side.
important, please do not ever tag everyone. But if you have something up there and you want me to do something with it, like if you comment my name, but if it comes up in my feed and you're one of my friends, like if I see it, I like it, I comment on it. Like that's if I don't comment on it, it's because I didn't see it. And if you want to just like text me, hey, can you check my page and comment on some stuff? Feel free to remind me. I just like I haven't even commented on any of our stuff. We haven't done any of our posts this week. I was literally catatonic and drooling on, like literally I went between catatonic, drooling on myself, to sobbing, to beating you at cribbage and back again.
Yeah.
Did you beat me at cribbage at all this week?
I think I had to have won once. I think early in the week I won. Yeah.
Today?
But each time it's like I'm lead by half the board, and then she makes a miracle comeback. Today, actually, she beat me on 3 times, I think. But we had like the same amount of points, but you just went first, or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, listen, I've been playing cribbage since I was like literally 3 years old. I've been playing probably even younger than that.
I've been playing poker since I was little kid.
Well, like, so my mom was a child. So my family, like, I was always on my grandfather's lap, my uncle's lap, my grandmother's lap, whatever. Like, I was around with all the people. And yes, I learned to play cribbage. I have pictures of me playing with my great uncle Jim, like fucking war hero.
From World War One. That's what he was from.
No, I believe he was World War II, just like my grandfather, but he died so much earlier. So can you fight in both World War I and World War II? How's the timing work out?
Yeah, I don't even know if many Americans were fighting in World War One, were they?
All I know is that
I guess they did.
Honestly, this man was so old he could have fought in the Civil War, but I loved him. I remember, and he brought me this inflatable bunny as a little girl. I remember almost every toy I had as a kid.
Yeah.
I have no memory of I have some memories of my childhood, but like very few. But I remember all of my toys because I appreciated them so much.
Yeah. And
he brought me this inflatable pink bunny. I think it was pink, and it was an inflatable bunny for Easter, and it was like this big, and it was in all the pictures. And I was sitting on his lap playing cribbage, and I remember my Uncle John throwing the cribbage board.
Yeah.
Getting pissed off, like throwing cribbage boards or projectiles. Don't throw them. Don't throw them. Douglas, I'm proud of you for not throwing them and only losing one peg.
We've had this thing forever. We lost a peg today.
Well, my grandfather would tell you to get the matchbook. We're using matches.
That's right.
My grandparents have had matches in their cribbage board my entire life.
Every once in a while, I'll remember a toy that I had when I was a kid, because we had like there was 3 of us, right? So I got like the hand-me-downs. We had stuff, right? There was stuff around, and we would get toys and stuff like that, games, whatever. And we had a toy closet which had like the Monopoly and we had a wood burning set, like stupid stuff like that. But every once in a while, I'll remember some oddball toy that we had. And
you had that ball thing.
The ball thing, yeah, we had all kinds of stuff. So one thing that I don't even know if it was mine, but it was like kind of like a frame.
Mm-hmm.
and there was knobs on the back of it, like things that went up and down, whatever. And on the front was like this like foam rubber stick figure of a monkey. So two of the knobs were its eyes, so you can make his eyes go around, but you could put his arms way up, put his arms way down. But it was just basically like his arms were just a line, like kind of a thing. I don't know how to find this thing, but it was like, why do I remember that? It was like we used to play with that thing all, and like yeah, it's like I don't know what it was.
We had it was a clown, and you had a piece of monofilament and you held it taut and it rode its bicycle.
Oh,
along the
yeah,
line.
that's a good one. Yeah. And then I also had a collection of toys that came in cereal. We had them in a little box on our coffee table.
I collected the little figurines that came in Red
yeah,
Rose Tea.
yeah.
And I always this is another one that like makes me so sad. So I since I was a little girl, I would collect those with my grandmother, and I would never take them. I always wanted her to keep them because I wanted them to be there. And so I have like some Christmas ornaments that were mine as a kid that I didn't get after she died, and the ring she promised me, and then the sweater that I wanted, like I like that. It just then the and my little red rose figurine. So it makes me sad.
Yeah, oh, I hear you.
I hear you.
I hear you.
What are you gonna do? So it is 9:41. What could we have done better today? What about you guys? What could you have done better today?
Yeah, well, I could have played cribbage better, apparently.
I don't know that you could. I've been playing my entire life.
It's pretty goddamn
and
close.
He's only learned in the last
I don't know. We've been playing for a while.
12 years, but I've been playing for 48. So like,
when you were a baby, you were playing.
So
Take me.
I'm not even kidding. You have no idea how like I was super advanced as a baby. I was potty trained when I was like 9 months old. It was crazy, and they used to have to pull me off the fucking drapes. Like I wasn't like a normal baby at all.
You're not a normal lady.
No, that's true. You know? But that was not my point. I don't know what my point was. Anyway, I don't know what I could have done better today because I was just barely hanging on today. I'm really proud of myself for thanking Doug. I'm really proud of myself for not offing myself for today. I'm really proud of myself for doing the podcast. I'm really proud of myself for covering my zit. I'm going to remember to wash my face so I do not break out even more. Even though I look super pale right now. Yeah, I don't know what I could have done better today.
I had a presentation today, and I was
didn't have it in me.
Very happy with how that went and how I performed, and felt really good about it. And
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. And
could you have done anything better though?
I'm trying to think. I could have. I didn't do my self-care today. I did not get in the sauna because I had that meeting at 9:30, and I never went back. I wanted to swim in the pool, but then it started pouring rain for about 20 minutes, and then I had to go to the store, so I never got to those things. So yeah, I could have done more self-care.
I apologize to my friend Christina today for being a grouch, but let me also apologize to you guys and Tracy, who called me or texted me today, and Zach. I'm just really having a hard time. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be awful. Gratitude. Do we have any comments?
No, we don't.
Gratitude. I am grateful for all the people that are here watching the podcast tonight.
And all their help with my music. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, thank you to everybody that's been supporting Doug's music, requesting it on US 41 and texting 239 413
41. Oh boy, it's on there. Yeah, you guys know it. There somewhere. You guys should all have it on speed dial.
So text them Vault 847. Thank you everybody who's supporting. If you follow us on the socials, we follow back, and we love supporting other people in any way that we can. Like our goal is to bring people together, make them think, and make them laugh. And if we did any of those things tonight, please let us know because we're not really sure where we're going with our lives. Tomorrow is our 300th episode, and wow.
It's a lot of episodes.
Says, I could have done nothing better today. Yeah. I am surviving.
And that's okay. Some days are like that. And I try to explain that to her. And some days are like that. And when you're sick or have chronic pain issue like yourself, like it's tough. It's tough to and it's tough to get out of your own way normally.
I could have just taken cannabis first thing this morning. It's probably what I should have done. I should have just, and actually tomorrow morning I want you to do the same thing. Just be like, how are you doing? And if I'm like bad, just be like, take cannabis oil.
Yeah.
Just take it. Just take it. Yeah. Just take it because I don't want to feel that way.
Tracy says, I'm grateful for you both. I'm grateful for the kitten is healing well. Yes, I was actually thought about that today. And thankful for hot water. And I'm thankful for Beck and the buff chicken quesadilla for dinner. Oh, did you use that recipe? Oh, yeah. Oh, indeed.
That is a good one. I also like the pizza bowls, but Doug doesn't seem to like them.
I enjoy the pizza bowls.
So who are we grateful for tonight? We're grateful for everybody who
Yeah,
comes
grateful
and
for
supports.
everybody. Yeah.
Tracy, Hookah Bob,
Grateful
little
for
baby
each other.
Courtney, Cindy was here briefly. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Alex, the new.
Oh yeah, Alex.
We call
IVF
him
Alex.
IVF Alex. Oh, was new guy. It was nice of him stuff.
Hey,
right?
listen, I'm glad you joined the conversation. Cindy, Hookah Bob, I already got those. Trace, it's just a few characters tonight. And Ian was here very
And yeah,
briefly. Or
and
she was
Nolan
quiet.
stopped by for
Nolan was here
a minute. Yeah,
maybe he was just.
we don't
scrolling
know.
on by.
Yeah, maybe.
Who the hell knows? But
Yeah.
It's not 4213 shit. It's 413.
329.
I don't remember anything. In any case, I'm grateful for all the people that come and support the podcast night after night. Thank you for everybody who gave
Yeah.
hearts and
love.
loves. Andrew Griffith, Courtney, Tracy. Thank you. Just so you guys know, whenever you see something on a creator's page, don't give it a like. Give it a heart or a smiley face because that actually helps them. Whereas the like doesn't help as much.
And even that, yeah, we'll take whatever we get.
A like will help in the algorithm, but like they get paid for hearts and scalpels.
I gotcha. All right, folks. Been fun.
Gratitude.
I did my gratitude.
You did?
Yeah.
You say
I was grateful for. I think I did my gratitude.
I don't think you did.
I'm grateful for the nice dinner that we had.
that was nice.
I was grateful for having a good meeting today. I was grateful for all the time we spent together. That
I
was
was
good
grateful
today.
for kicking your ass at cribbage. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'm also grateful that
I'm grateful for bats.
tomorrow is a new day. I'm grateful for bats.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for friends who care about me and check on me. And I'm grateful that tomorrow's going to be an even better day.
And it's
a
going
way
to be
better
Friday.
day. And we're
Yeah.
going to win the lottery on Friday. And we're going to all go on a trip. I found us a place to. Did I not?
Yeah,
a place to stay.
I don't know. This
It
place
has its own lazy river.
it does. So
It's
there you
11
go.
grand a night. Sleeps 40.
So we're only going to be there for 15 minutes. So don't get excited. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday night. Jackbox. Bring your Jackbox pants.